It's been a crazy week for rumors, to say the least. We've gone from Saudi Arabia to Disney to Vince McMahon returning, Stephanie McMahon stepping down for reasons unknown. It's just been all over the place, chaotic. Now it is being reported that the Khan family, yes, you heard right, not just Tony Khan, but his dad, I think I don't want to mispronounce his name, but Tony Khan and his dad, who owns the Jaguars, are interested in joining forces to purchase WWE. They are actually part of the group of people that have interest in purchasing the company. So what does this mean? Rumors are swirling now saying that Tony Khan is willing to even let Vince McMahon stay around. And on top of that, they want to merge AEW and WWE as one giant force. Take these rumors with a grain of salt. Please take them with a grain of salt. I'm going to repeat that once again. Take it with a grain of salt. Simply because everyone's reporting clickbait cheese, and just because one person reported it, it starts a snowball effect. And here I am talking about this same rumor that one person reported, but it goes down the hill and all the wrestling sites start tweeting it and they start making videos on it. And then, YouTubers like myself start making videos on it, and it becomes like a reality when it might not be a reality. But truth of the matter is this: we do know there is a ton of offers on the table for WWE, and they're sorting through the interested parties. They got to talk to several, potential clients. And Nick Khan today went out to, well, he has nothing to do with the Khan family from AEW, but Nick Khan has he's leading the way for WWE for these purchases, and he actually met with Disney CEO boss man Bob Iger. So that is something that I trust more than Tony Khan and his dad teaming up to ultimately buy WWE. And will it even happen, right? I don't know. I don't really see that as a reality. It's not like WWE is struggling to survive and they're going under. It's not like what happened with WCW or TNA or any of these other wrestling promotions that have gone under. WWE is literally going for sale because Vince McMahon himself feels it's the right time to do it, and everyone, well, not everyone, but a few of his yes men are agreeing to help him out, I guess. I don't know, not just yes men, because there's a lot of money here. Nick Khan is not a yes man. Nick Khan knows what he's doing.
Skrilla.
Yeah, but there's just people that are definitely following through with this, and we don't know jack. That's just the truth of it. But I wanted to sit here and tell you guys that if this were to happen, let's talk about this like it's a reality. Let's talk about this as a real possibility here and not just a rumor. Let's act as if this was happening right now. Vince McMahon, 77 years old, no longer wants to be the majority owner. He no longer wants to run WWE. And let's say, for argument's sake, that he indeed sells to AEW. What does a merger of this kind look like? Well, I'll tell you what. For starters, AEW will have a ton of personnel and a ton of resources that'll ultimately amplify and elevate their very own brand. Yes, AEW would benefit handsomely from a deal like this, and WWE would at least still be around as a major entity in force with its competition. Not that that's really what needs to happen or should happen, but it's not all that bad. Now, if you're a fan of Triple H and his management team, I'm pretty sure Tony Khan wouldn't keep them around. I'm pretty sure Tony Khan would have help around him because he wouldn't be able to manage a company this big by himself. But to say that he'd keep Triple H controlling the narrative and having as much power as he currently does it just doesn't seem realistic and doesn't seem like something that Tony Khan would be interested in, despite reports saying that he wants to keep Vince around if this were to happen. Again, circling back to the reality of things, this is something that I'm really taking with a little handful of salt here, little grain, literally one grain, and I'm dumping it out because I just don't see this happening ultimately. But either way, hit us up in the comment section. How do you feel about this breaking news of some sort? Wait, Brian, you here? You got your mic
Yeah,
in?
man.
Do you
Yeah.
think that this would be good for business? Should AEW ultimately buy WWE and join forces?
Honestly, man, like wishful thinking, like positively thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like it, man. Like we always kind of imagined, like what, like we can always feel like WWE was always kind of a little bit held back by like board members and
Yes,
stuff like that,
that is
because
true.
they're trying to be PG friendly. They want to be marketable. They want to be on ESPN, which is Disney,
Yeah.
and AEW is basically making a lane for like PG-13, more edgy and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And
resemblance of the Attitude Era.
yeah, and we've always wanted to see what Roman Reigns or KO and stuff like that would look like if they didn't
Um,
have that whole
yeah,
squeaky clean type look,
you're right. That is true.
but
That is
that is
true.
wishful thinking because I don't think there's ever been a merger yet that has like so far AEW has bought ROH, nothing good came from it. When WWE bought WCW and ECW, nothing good came from it. So like history doesn't show like it'll be good.
Yeah, that it favors the merging company.
Yeah, but it's like we just gotta wait and see.
And I'm gonna be honest. Now that I'm thinking about it, and I see simply saying like putting, I think John Cena and The Rock should combine forces and buy WWE. They don't have enough money, but what while you listed those superstars, I don't even think AEW. I don't think WWE will merge into AEW. I think it's the other way around. I think AEW would just become WWE, honestly, because why would you keep the AEW entity around when the WWE one is just way more valuable and way more recognized and historic at this point? Like if I had the kind of money that Tony Khan had and he indeed ends up buying it, I would ultimately keep WWE as the main brand and AEW would just not exist or use it like NXT kind of. I don't know. I wouldn't just dish away I can't get you can't get rid of WWE like the brand.
I
That's
don't
like
think
that
you would.
That's like somebody buying the NBA or NFL or any of these other leagues and stripping away, UFC getting bought out and them saying, oh, we're no longer going to call it UFC and everyone knows it as such. It wouldn't make much sense. And it doesn't make sense to keep AEW as AEW either if you're going to be merging the companies. I don't know. It doesn't feel right unless you keep Raw like Monday Night Raw and you get rid of SmackDown and then Friday nights is called AEW Dynamite or something like that. That's the only thing that comes to mind. But who knows? Trout, would you like to see this happening?
I like them. I like them better separate, but I think it'd be a lot worse than a merge. So I would be okay with a merge. I don't see no problem with it.
Well,
That's my personal opinion.
let's keep our eyes peeled and see what happens.
I mean,
These
I'd rather
guys,
them be separate.
these guys are making me feel a little more optimistic about the bright side of this. But ultimately, if I had it my way, I would either have Disney or Comcast, and I'm there. Those are the two companies I would prefer.
Not
Yeah.
Disney. Then it's really gonna be
Yeah, I mean, if it
can't do
if
much.
if it goes to Disney, and it's on ESPN, they're definitely gonna, keep it where it's at or just a tad bit under it. Um, but I think that the resources that Disney has, bro, can really push WWE to new heights, and push the boundaries of the form of entertainment from games. Like, look at what they've done with Star Wars, the movies, the Disney Plus shows, the toys, the just all sorts of merchandise that you can possibly imagine everywhere. The theme park stuff. They also have Hulu. Keep that in mind. That's something that Disney has in their back pocket. And you know, I know I'm going off track here because this video is about Tony Khan and this segment is about Tony Khan, but point is, I think that Disney would be a strong suitor, and then NBC, Comcast, you know, Universal or whatnot. You still got the USA Network, you got NBC, and you got you know, Universal Studios also has a theme park, so they'll be able to. Which I've seen, Universal City Walk and stuff. They're starting to sell WWE gear now. Believe it or not, they got like little tags and socks and little like Funkos and stuff like that. So I don't know.
They could do a WWE experience.
Yeah, they could do a WWE experience, and that's why I think that those two companies should buy it. They'll probably create a Hall of Fame area and somewhere we could go visit. So there's a lot of money to be made here. I would rather see them over, honestly, Tony Khan. Nothing
AEW.
against them. Yeah, I want AEW to stay as AEW. You know, I want them to stay
Yeah,
doing what they're doing.
my whole thing is that AEW is built by wrestlers for wrestlers and type of stuff.
Yeah,
And the thing is like a lot of things go wrong when you give like wrestlers too much power. And that's the one thing that AEW has shown.
yeah.
Like nobody
Kevin
respects
Nash.
him.
Kevin Nash. The Young
Yeah,
Bucks.
exactly. Nobody really respects him. Even when CM Punk went off
Oh my
on that
God,
press
he
conference,
shitted on Tony Khan
he
right next to
shitted
him.
all over him when he kept trying to take the blame, saying, "Oh, that's actually my fault," and then CM Punk kept cutting him off, saying,
Nah, I
"Oh
work
yeah,
with
but that's
children.
but that's not your job."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like basically telling Tony, "No, don't worry, that's not your job," man, and kept going when Tony was trying to defuse the situation. Now imagine if that was Vince and
Oh
CM Punk trying
man,
to say that.
cut the mic and fire him on the spot.
You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's why I'm like, dog, you can't make this dude you can't hand this dude an empire because
Nah.
he's gonna get walked all over.
Yeah, nah. He definitely needs some help. So I think he'd keep a lot of the personnel that's in WWE. Whoever purchases WWE is gonna keep a lot of the people that are already there intact for the most part, I would think. If Disney got WWE, you'd have to think more wrestlers would be in TV shows. Sasha was in Star Wars. Oh yeah, no, definitely
Yeah.
more stuff.
My whole question is that you think Triple H would stay after the sell?
I think Triple H
Like
would.
he's not leaving it to his kids and
All
shit
right,
and things like that. So what would be the point of him really staying other than the love, just the love for the business?
I'm gonna tell you something that doesn't have anything to do with Tony Khan here, but if Triple H does not like whoever ends up buying, and this has nothing to do with Saudi Arabia or anybody else, it could be Comcast, Disney, Tony Khan, it could be whoever the hell you want to list as a potential buyer. If Triple H doesn't like that buyer, you know what Triple H is gonna do, Brian?
What?
Triple H is gonna go ahead and create his own version of NXT.
No, with Shane McMahon?
Yeah, that would be ideal, right? Triple H, with the knowledge that guy has, that company would immediately get watched and get some sort of deal. Just, I firmly believe that Triple H would go and do his own thing. He's capable of it.
Oh yeah.
But I'll end this segment here. Tony Khan versus Vince McMahon. Now they may be shaking hands and signing contracts. That's crazy. Who would have ever thought?